Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage where I take a look at games, chat about the gaming news in the industry, and of course, stream for fun. Today, I gotta share this with Crimson Desert. I've been playing for, I'm probably around 60 hours now, and the the scope still is just blowing me away. So just another piece of this, and this is one of the main quest lines, but like this entire area right here that's revealed on my map, everything within pretty much the river on the top right, and then anything within the fog. That is one battlefield in the game. And the battlefield is so big, it takes over multiple points and multiple little villages and stuff and multiple structures with a large castle in the middle. And you have to wipe out 2,000 NPCs, you and your team, right? And also there's multiple points around this area where artillery is accessible. And so then you can also use the artillery to help change the tide in battle. And how they do the battle too is like it's sequential. So they have you doing something to kind of help bolster the forces to kind of get a foothold, and then you learn about these little encampments, and then you have artillery on top of that, and then you kind of have some surprises too throughout the fight that just kind of make it interesting and diversified throughout. But eventually you do get to, wiping out 2,000 around the battlefield, and then it unlocks the castle, and then you have the castle in the middle after that. And then finally, like, the battle's over, right? And yeah, just the scale of that is crazy. And then with the next chapter that I'm doing it again. Except this time, I have to take out 1,000 NPCs along with my team. And my team does help a little bit, but again, you're primarily doing most of it. And there's no artillery this time, but there are like more kind of beefier enemies this time. And yeah, it's just very interesting. And again, you got to like take over the area, and then you can siege the castle, and that's where I'm at now. So that's what I need to start, is going after the castle, and there'll probably be a boss fight in there or whatever. But again, this is just in two locations, and again, I'm just following the main story, and I'm at 60 hours now. But yeah, and two, I don't think most of us. I don't know if anyone's actually beaten the game yet. But I don't think most of us really understand the scope of the game, or what's kind of coming at the very end of it for the story and all of it culminating together. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know, but I'm assuming it does because you're working through and you're finding all of the different factions and houses in the game, and then you're doing things for them to get to a point where now they trust you and they will lend you aid. And I kind of wonder if it's like a Mass Effect 3 type of thing, where you work on doing things for the factions give you aid, whether military support or whatever else, and then that will help determine kind of the end game battle maybe at the very end, because we know that toward the beginning we know there's some overall arching power for the world of Pywell. Things that are keeping evil at bay are failing, and so there might eventually be some like big push at the end. But yeah, this and still like just the scope and size of the game. I've barely gone into Diminus, and there's still others outside of that, and it's just so incredibly huge. So yeah, I'm going to be spending hundreds of hours in this game. Some of the bosses, most of them kind of the same to a degree, but they kind of have a different flair to them. And then some of them too are actually quite difficult, depending on your type of combat play style and that kind of thing. But yeah, this game is really just something else. I mean, I'm having two massive battles, like this one here, and then I'm having another one up here. I mean, just two massive battles back to back, basically. Uh, and I can't wait to see what else is in store for me. While there are some other big titles this year, I really think Crimson Desert has a chance to become Game of the Year. For those that have played enough, I think that most of them would probably agree. And again, while the game does have some hindrances or even some frustrations in the game, I do think too much of it is built off of an MMO type of style. But it's still very, very good. And like the devs have gone above and beyond. The developer is gaining the trust of the player base. And yeah, they've sold over 4 million copies now, and they've been doing a great job. And if you just want to focus on the main story, you can. If you want to focus on other mechanics like cooking and fishing, you can, or you don't have to as well. The game allows you different ways around that. So yeah, it's the onboarding process is rough, but like this game is so incredibly satisfying. And I think some of the Game of the Year runner-ups is also, of course, going to be Resident Evil Requiem and then GTA 6. And GTA 6 has to come out soon enough in the year to even be seen as a possibility, right? If it's too late, it's not going to be counted. It'll be counted for next year. But yeah, just the scale is huge in this game. It's just blown me away. And yeah, it's really something else. So anyway, I just had to share that. I haven't seen battles like that in a long time. Really reminds me of kind of EVE Online. Yeah, they just had a 10,000 player battle in the game. 10,000 players. That's next level, right? But yeah, again, this game is just awesome. It's not just like taking out 50 or taking out 100. Yeah, taking out 2,000 just to unlock the castle is kind of insane. So with that, folks, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one.